Let's move on to other stories. Of course, back here in Africa, the UN has warned that the outbreak of cholera is threatening the lives of refugees from Sudan's Darfur region. In the Iridimi camp in Chad, many refugees are reportedly complaining about the lack of access of sanitation and clean water, putting them at a high risk of contracting cholera. The World Health Organization says the waterborne disease is a fast-developing and highly contagious infection that causes diarrhea and leads to severe dehydration and the risk of death within hours if not treated. The disease is transmitted through the ingestion of contaminated food or water. Senior Emergency Officer of the World Health Organization, Dr. Ilham Noor, says over 100,000 cases have been recorded since July 2024. In order to raise awareness of the needs of these populations groups, every 9th August commemorates the International Day of the World's Indigenous Peoples, chosen in recognition of the first meeting of the UN Working Group on Indigenous Populations held in Geneva in 1982. There are an estimated 476 million indigenous peoples in the world living across 90 countries who make up less than 6% of the world's population, but account for at least 15% of the poorest. They speak an overwhelming majority of the world's estimated 7,000 languages and represent 5,000 different cultures. Indigenous peoples have sought recognition of their identities, their way of life, and their rights to traditional lands, territories, and natural resources for years. Yet, throughout history, their rights have been violated. Today, indigenous peoples are arguably among the most disadvantaged and vulnerable groups of people in the world. The international community now recognizes that special measures are required to protect their rights and maintain their distinct cultures and way of life. Finally, in the world, now let's take you now to the Czech Republic, where young people are no longer eager to get married. According to Czech Statistical Office, the previous year saw the lowest number of weddings in the last 10 years. The reason is not only the rising cost of weddings, but also, according to psychologists, the changing times and the fact that the younger generation simply no longer needs marriage to live. The picture of a couple walking down the aisle is no longer very common. Last year, there were under 45,000 weddings in the Czech Republic, the second lowest number this century. Young Czechs reportedly seem to be tending towards cohabitation. According to statistics, one reason why young people are not getting married as expected is the fear of divorce. Last year, over 20,000 marriages ended in divorce.